In this video, I will demonstrate how do we use Obsidian Todoist context bridge to sync a task, a line of text, and an active note to Todoist. So in the settings, I've already set up a few things. For example, I selected the inbox in Todoist as the default place to sync the task to. But of course, in the pop-up window, later on I will show you, one can also select another project to sync to. But I assume that we already set up a few things in the settings. So now I will show you how do we sync a task to Todoist. As you can see here, when we sync a task from Obsidian to Todoist, it automatically inserts this tag in Obsidian. That's something we can configure in settings. We can change its name, we can disable this. Also, it automatically creates a block ID because we need to have this block ID for tracking the task in Obsidian. Also, it inserted this so-called UUID in the front matter area of the note. That's also used for tracking the note and a specific part of the text. So yeah, I'll show you how to configure the task then. So here we can see that the task title is already prefilled with what we had on the task line. Here we can see that the timestamp, the tag inserted, the block ID wasn't showing here because we had some cleanup rules internally so that we wouldn't sync any meaningless text. And here we can change the due dates. As you can see here, it already prefills today's due dates, but we can change this in settings. In settings, I now set that if the current task has no due dates, then we use today as the default due date, but you can disable that. And of course, we can modify the due date to any other date. Another cool thing I want to show you is that we can use actually a relative due date. So for example, if we use 2D, then it means that we want the due date to be 2 days later. Also, let me show you again. So whenever I use this relative due date, it will pop up this option that allows you to select whether we want to skip weekends or not. A useful feature with this is that now I select 2D and skip weekends is disabled. It means that we will directly sync the task 2 days later as the due date. But if I enable skip weekends, then it would not count the weekends when we calculate the due date. Also, the due date is calculated based on today. So for example, we set 7D and we enable this skip weekends option, then it means that, today is December 8th. If we disable this, then the due date should be December 15th. But since we enable this, it might be December 17th. Let's see if it's like that. Then for the priority, as you can see on the task line, we didn't have any priority value. But here we can select any other priority value. So in the settings, I set something like if there's no priority value selected, then we default the priority to be 4, the lowest in Todoist. And also, as you can see here, each priority level in Todoist, for example, priority 1, it has this 1 high P1. Those are the data view key values we can configure. You can set 1 or several. So it means that for each priority value for data view, we can configure several of them. This is very interesting. Then we select priority 2, for example. Then for the project, so as I mentioned before, I selected inbox as a default project, but we can always change it here. So for example, live, work, wedding, review, but I will select inbox here because on the right side of the screen, I have something to show you and additional description part. So we can add some text so that we can see that this additional text we add here would be combined with some metadata in Todoist. So later on in Todoist descriptions, you will see this manually added text. You will also see something else. So now we click create task. You'll see that on the left side, we insert this link to the task in Todoist. Also this time step is inserted as a sub-item under the current task, which is very good. And then we keep the good indentation. And in Todoist, for example here, we see that the due date is December 17th because we enabled this skip weekends option, which is very good. Also here, you see we added a label here also in Todoist. So it means that in Todoist, we can quickly filter which tasks are from Obsidian by using this label. And at the same time, in Obsidian, we also have this tag showing that this task is synced to Todoist. So we can use two methods to track which tasks are synced from Obsidian to Todoist. So this also provides a layer of redundancy, which is a core principle of the PTKM method. But let's have a closer look at the task that is synced from Obsidian to Todoist. So here, let's see the task title is the same as the task title in Obsidian because we didn't change anything. And if we click this task, we see that the due date is 17th as expected because we enabled this skip weekend option. Project is in inbox. Priority is 2 because we selected 2 in Todoist. And then, as you can see in the task description part, we have this metadata part. So original task in Obsidian, and it's an advanced URI link, and also this creation timestamp, and also this manually added text, some text. So for example, if we click this, then we would navigate to the corresponding task in Obsidian. Let me show you in a better way. So isn't that very good? So now I already showed you how we sync a task without any properties from Obsidian to Todoist. Let's do something else. So let's assign a priority value for this task in Obsidian. I use P for denoting priority. So I need to define this priority in data view format. So it's a bracket and this key and then the value. For example, I set it to be 3 to make it different compared with the last one. Of course, the key and the value, you can customize them in the settings. Now we try to sync this task again. As you can see here, the priority is set as 3 and is as expected because we selected this value in Obsidian. Then we create a task. So as you can see, it's synced to Todoist with the correct priority value, as we can see from the color of the task symbol. Now we sync a task with priority and due date. Now we use 1 as the priority, due date. So we use 3 days later, so it's 11th. So here the key for the due date, we can also customize it in settings. The format for the due date is moment.js format. It's supported by data view, so we use this format for due dates. Now we sync the task again. So as you can see, the priority value is correct. The due date is also identified. Again, nothing special appears in this task description part, task name part. And we sync it again, and the due date is correctly showing here. I would like to show you another command. So previously we synced tasks to Todoist. What if we want to sync a task based on a line of text? So now it's a list item. So I will show you how it's different. Let's call this command again. So create a task from selected text. So here, as you can see, due date is previewed as today because we set this in settings, and the priority is for lowest because we didn't have any priority for this line text. Then we input something in the task title, test. As you can see, we sync the line text from Obsidian to Todoist. Now it's showing here, and also we insert the Todoist link under this list item. It's created as a sub-item, which is also good. We keep the indentation. Now we sync a regular line of text. So I will just copy paste this as the task name to save some time. And we sync. As you can see, now it's inserted as a also list item, and it's also good if we look at the indentation, because for the list item case, it's synced as a sub-item, but for this case, it's just an item, so it keeps the indentation as desired. And for this task, let's have a look at the description part. So for the task case, it says original task in Obsidian, but for the text case, it says reference in Obsidian. It's a bit different, but it shows that this task is created based on a text, which is good. And also, you can see this specific line of text is also selected and synced to the description in Todoist. Of course, you can disable this if you don't want to have this. And for this list item case, it's the same. This specific line of text is also synced to Todoist. And now I will show you how to create a task based on the active node to Todoist. let's select this again. So let's call this command. So we select this command, create Todoist task linked to current node. And then we input the task title, everything the same as the text case. Then we create. So as you can see here, the description part is similar, but if we look at the link, it's only linking to the node instead of the current block. So let's show you. Okay, so as you can see, it goes to the current node in Obsidian. And if we check this one also, we click this, it goes to this specific line of text in Obsidian, which is also good. And yeah, here I showed you quite a few things. Now I want to show you another cool thing. So originally we can add something in the description when we sync a task from Obsidian to Todoist. And later on, we might want to add something in the description part. For example, we are on the go, we are using our computer, but we don't want to open the corresponding task in Obsidian because we are too busy with something else. So we just add something in the description part. So some more text in Todoist. We manually. So let's save this. You see that let's do it like this. So let's make it a list item so that we can better show you the feature. So as you can see, the task description part now includes some metadata and also some text we input when we sync the task from Obsidian to Todoist. Now we also have some text we manually added in the Todoist description part. So we save this, we close this. It's corresponding to this task. So we try to sync the description to Obsidian. So let's see how it goes. So there are two commands for syncing the description from Todoist task. First, let's show you if we want to sync the task without any metadata. So it means that we only synced manually added text both in Obsidian and Todoist. So let's see. Sync description from Todoist task. So as you can see, we only synced the text. We didn't include any metadata. And you see, originally it's a regular line in Todoist like this, and this one is a list item. And now the indentation is also kept quite well, which is very good. I want to show you another command where we sync both the manually added text and also metadata from the description. Sync full description. We select this command now. Sorry. As you see, it's a reminder we should put our cursor on the line of task, because now we are using this command where you can only sync a description based on task. So it has this detection internally. So we select this, then we invoke this command. As you can see here, so now we have the metadata here, and we have the text again, same as before. So now it's very good. We can sync everything if we want. What's useful with this syncing metadata part is that later on, for example, if we have a long description in Todoist, we can extract this part as a new node, and still we can use another method to convert this external link to internal Obsidian link, whether it's a node or a block. I'm developing a plugin for this. I haven't released it yet, but if you're interested, I will release it soon. So this is basically what I wanted to show you in this video. We demonstrated several things. We can sync a task without any properties to Todoist, or we sync a task with property, with due date. We can also sync a line of text. And for all the cases, we can insert the Todoist link in Obsidian. We can also insert the Obsidian link in Todoist. And we can also extract task description from Todoist to Obsidian so that we can review and process them later on in Obsidian, so that the description, the valuable information in Todoist wouldn't be lost if we check them as completed in Todoist. And then it's good for maintaining our knowledge base. So now we can combine our knowledge base with our task management workflow. So this is all, and I hope you enjoy this demo, and if you enjoy using the Obsidian Todoist context bridge plugin. Now it's already available in the Obsidian community store, so please have a look if you're interested, and also welcome to provide your feedback on GitHub. So thank you.